So am I going to be able to wear these for London? Right now, in all honesty, I cannot imagine doing double what I did today in these shoes. It's a beautiful fresh morning. I've got all my kit laid out, I've got my number, got my nutrition. It can only mean one thing: it's race day. Good morning, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thanks very much for joining me. And to all the subscribers, it's race day. Right, I got a half marathon. This is going to be my last race, or last event should I say, before the London Marathon in 7 weeks time. So yeah, I'm trying out my Vibram Five Finger V-Run, see how they get on for 13.1 non-stop. I've done 10 miles in them non-stop before, around the streets and that, so let's see how this goes. I feel a bit ill-prepared, but I don't know why, so we'll see how it goes along the way. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Come on, Brucey baby, give it to me. Right, I'm here at the start. We're just about to kick off in about 7-8 minutes, and the actual sun is actually shining, which is amazing. Oh, it's beautiful conditions for a run, and it's a beautiful setting as well. Old Manor House. They're just calling in the times. Done 1:35, 1:40, 1:45. I think I'm going to go in the 2 hour. Fingers crossed I'll get under 2 hours. But yeah, it's pretty chilly. It's about 2 degrees, but the sun's making it feel warmer at the minute, which is lovely. I just hope it sticks around.
Good luck, everybody. Have a fantastic race. You got this.
Here we go.
Keep powering around that course. You've done the training. Let's show off what you can do.
Okay, right, halfway through, time for the first gel. Oh, just took it out my running belt and it fell off, so I've just had to stop and put it back on. Oh, here we go. Okay, just gone past mile 10. Oh, wind's got up a bit. Legs are toast. So last 3 miles, just gonna do a slog. Okay, that's 13. Last push. Oh. Last bit. Let's finish. Oh, gravel. Oh man. Come on. Come on.
Well done, Tim.
Oh.
Well done, Sachin. Well done, Jeremy.
Oh.
How amazing are you? 31 miles.
There we go. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Not quite sure how I managed it, but I got a flying finish in at the end there. I didn't think I'd have it in me, but that was pretty cool. Oh, another medal for the collection. A medal. Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm not sure what time I got actually in the end. Let me, let's see what time we got. Oh, goodness me. 3 new records. Oh, that's all right. 1:50. 1 hour 50. 1 hour 50 minutes and 59 seconds. So yeah, the Vibram Five Fingers, the V-Runs, did extremely well. Apart from there was a lot more gravel, loads more gravel than I remembered, and a bit of mud track as well, which luckily wasn't too muddy. It was really nice and firm, and actually felt quite nice running over that. But I managed to pick up a piece of gravel in my right shoe, and it's lodged itself under my big toe. so that was a bit painful running with that, but yeah, what a good race in the end. Blimey, I can't believe. I'm just so surprised how well it went. You can hear me, it's getting a bit windy. But yeah, apart from that, it was all good. I'll tell you what, I'll catch up with you in the car. Oh, just getting a bite to eat, a little bar. Jodie threw at me before I left the house. She knew I'd be hungry. She was right as well. Oh, God. So anyway, that went surprisingly well. Legs did feel and feet did feel pretty toasted around mile 8, 9, 10. But I had a gel, hung on to it for ages, and then ripped the top off. Got that down my neck. It did the job because, yeah, I seemed to get a bit of a second wind, and I managed to finish fairly strong. Yeah, I did a bit of a flying finish, which really surprised me. But it's amazing where that strength and that ability comes from right at the end of you know, a race, particularly a slightly longer one, half marathon. Marathon's going to be a bit tricky. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Shoes felt good, felt alright, apart from having that little bit of stone or a little bit of gravel tucked under my big toe. That got a bit painful towards the end. Yeah, it went really well. Oh, I've just had the official time come through as well. The reception, because I'm in the middle of nowhere, it's an old World War II airfield out in North Leicestershire, so it's really flat. It gets quite windy here, which obviously aids propeller planes taking off, flying up into the wind, but not particularly when you're running headstrong into it. So yeah, that was quite interesting as well. At least it wasn't as bad. This is probably, I think it's the 4th time I've done this event. And one year it was blowing a gale and it started hailing. Just as you turn the corner, you kind of go down one side and then back up another, so it's just coned off. But it's the same bit. But going down it's quite nice because you've got the wind behind you. But when you turn round the bottom and come back on yourself, it's uphill. And as I did that one year, it was blowing a gale right in everybody's faces, and it started hailing, and honestly it was like getting shot blasted in the face. It was like getting sandblasted. It was absolutely incredible. And I was just I remember it now because I was just laughing hysterically. Nobody could hear me because the wind was blowing an absolute gale and the hail, and everybody was like running along like he was trying to shield their faces from the hail, because it was just, it was like torture. It was absolutely crazy. So luckily today was nothing like that. It was a much nicer event. The sun shone for some of it and then disappeared. It got a bit windy and a bit cold right at the end, just as we finished, or just as I finished, came over the finish line. But what a great result. The shoes did really well. They got just the right amount of padding, I think, for this distance. They've got no cushioning at all, but the soles of them are quite padded, so these are definitely better on the very flat tarmac, you know, and paved surfaces, things like that, which, well, for the London Marathon I'm hoping are going to be ideal. But I've got to say this is the longest straight run. I ran all the way through about mile 5.5, so coming up to halfway. I went to get my gel out, my belt, and I felt my belt, like my bum bag, was flapping around a bit, so I went to tighten it up, and as I undid the Velcro, it slipped out my fingers and I had to grab it, and luckily I caught it just before, you know, it dropped off completely. But then I was running around with a fanny pack, they call it in America, fanny pack, a bum bag in this hand with a full soft flask of water in it, and I thought, I'm not even halfway through yet, I'm just coming up to halfway through. I can't do another sort of 6-7 miles with this swinging around in my arm. So I had to literally stop and just feed it back through the loop and do the Velcro up. And even though I was only stopped for a second, it took me a good few minutes to get back into my stride. My feet felt really heavy after that, and not ideal, but overall I had a really good experience. Really amazed at the result, so really very pleased with that. So am I going to be able to wear these for London? Right now, in all honesty, I cannot imagine doing double what I did today in these shoes. So I'm not sure, and it's only 7 weeks away, so it's going to be really interesting. If I do the London Marathon in barefoot shoes, which will be these, I'm 99% sure. If I use barefoot shoes, I'm honestly not sure that I'll be able to do it. Not even getting a quick time, which I was hoping for. That would be really nice. I'm not actually sure whether I've got the ability to run 26.2 miles in these shoes, or shoes like these, barefoot shoes. So it's going to be food for thought. It's been a bit of a wake-up call, and even though I'm really pleased with the result, it's also opened my eyes a bit on to how difficult an experience it's going to be trying to run 26.2 miles in barefoot shoes. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna get home now, spend some time with the family, have a nice hot shower because I'm pretty cold. Car's warming up nicely though, so that's very good. But yeah, today was a great result. I had a really good run, managed to push through and get a good result, so that's happy days. I hope everybody's enjoying their Sundays, and I will catch up with you again very soon.